Trail cam captures what no one was supposed to see. Paranormal collections. He set up his trail camera hoping to capture some interesting wildlife in the area. What he saw was something he was not prepared for. Something he never really thought possible. An actual and real-life Bigfoot staring right into his trail cam. Or is that really Bigfoot? Did Bigfoot know the cam was there? Did it know who set it up? Is it safe to go back for the trail cam? On today's episode of Classified Stories, we're excited to present to you pieces of trail cam footage that were intended to be kept confidential. So, wondering why no one was supposed to see these? Well, the answer is simple. Quite a number of these videos are paranormal and cannot be practically explained. If ghost stories scare you, you might want to brace yourself for what comes next, because these are not just stories, as there are videos and images to back them. Despite their original purposes, trail cameras have been known to capture more than just animals. They've also been known to capture the paranormal and unexplainable. For this, we recommend you watch these videos in a higher quality to see every detail in them. Starting off today's video is this trail camera footage from a photographer in the Scottish countryside. He'd sought to capture something interesting, but ended up with more than he anticipated. If you look closely at the footage, you'd notice a brown haze moving horizontally across the screen. It disappears and reappears in a new position, which no normal human being or other living creature can do. The expert photographer had no explanation for this and concluded it was a ghost, and this sent shivers down his spine. Think that ghost story was odd? Then I wonder what you'll make of this video. If you look closely, you should see a figure following the deer with a pair of eyes. The owner of the trail camera had tried to logically explain what he was seeing in the video, but none of his explanations held up. He ended up concluding that the eyes he was seeing belonged to some sort of demonic being. This scared him so much that he published the video online, seeking the opinion and help of others. But what do you think? Have you ever been taking a shower, then closed your eyes and was quickly forced to open them because it felt like there was a demon nearby? Well, I would love to say it was the same for this deer, but it's not. If you watch the footage closely, you see an orb appear and then disappear. The owner of the trail camera could not figure out what it could be, yet some thought it could be aliens. But why would aliens be watching a deer? Are there things they know about deer that we don't? That certainly is food for thought. Tim Krukowski had left his trail cam in the woods, hoping to capture some interesting wildlife footage. Unlike the others on this list, he was more excited and curious than he was scared. He'd seen a creature of legends, a creature many have said does not exist. But look closely at his footage. You could pause it if you want. Now, what do you see? Does it not look like Bigfoot? But Bigfoot isn't real, you say. How then would you explain this unknown figure in the footage? Tim is, however, very convinced it's Bigfoot. What sayest thou, though? Bigfoot certainly looks like a teddy bear compared to the creature in this image, but this image was taken from a trail cam footage which had left the owner of the cam perplexed and, quite frankly, a little scared. I would be too if I knew the trail camera out of my home took an image like that. I would certainly relocate or not step out at night. If you are enjoying this video and haven't hit the like and subscribe buttons already, this will be a good time to do so. In Cambridge, New York, there is a legend of a young girl who was murdered on a train track that runs through the neighborhood. If you know anything about ghost stories, you know many of these ghosts do not leave the areas where they die and hang around until they find peace or are set free. This is something that the Cambridge Phantom landowners stumbled into. Their trail cam took footage of a young girl whom no one seemed to know despite them asking many who lived around. The ghost soon became known as the Cambridge Ghost and sent fear into the hearts of all the faint-hearted who lived there. Thankfully, one man came out to identify the photo from the footage as being the image of his granddaughter, which ended everything. This probably is the most bizarre of all the footage on today's list. At first glance, the owner of the trail cam footage thought all he had was footage of a deer going about its nightly duties until he looked again and saw something odd flying over it. It seemed like the object had various distant lights which could have belonged to an aircraft or a jet. Upon close observation, however, he realized the lights were too many to be a jet or airplane, which makes it a UFO. If we are indeed looking at a UFO, could it mean that this is actual footage of aliens flying over that landscape? Whatever your thoughts might be, it's evident that these things cannot be logically explained without considering the activity and influence of paranormal beings. But tell us what you think. Did you have a favorite? Did you find some controversial? Do you have more controversial footage you'd like to share? Tell us in the comments section. While you're at it, kindly like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we upload new content. See you in the next video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.